Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a while since I've posted anything. Been doing a lot of work on it within the last 2 weeks. Thought I'd give you an update. I guess first things first is I bought some new wheels and tires for it. Something that would help hook up better. These are Jegs SSR mag wheels. I just got some Mickey Thompsons on the front and rear. The fronts are 15 by 4s. I think it's a 26-inch tall tire. And the rears is a 15 by 10. And I have 275 50 15s, Mickey Thompson ET Street drag radials, in which there's probably, I think, an inch of clearance on the frame. I don't know if you can see that or not. But, and with the new springs and whatnot in the rear, you can see I got a pretty good space in between the tire and the quarter, which I'm going to end up dropping it at least 2 inches. I'll probably end up dropping the front too, so it'll have an even ride height. And I ended up doing quite a bit of work to the rear end. Put Beltec. I bought a set of Beltec stock height springs, which I'm going to end up getting drop springs to lower it down. I got a set of Competition Engineering adjustable shocks. I also bought the no bind shock bracket for the lower side, which it helps out a lot. I also put in my fully adjustable upper control arms from Spone and the lower control arms from Speedway Motors. I ended up buying these from a buddy for $40. But it took me and him maybe, I want to say a couple hours to change all that stuff out. Make sure you got some drill bits with some extenders on it, because you have to drill, well, I drilled out the holes so I could put in 1/2-inch size bolts, at least on the rear. I don't know if you can see that any better right there, but because you got to go through one of the frame holes, like right up in here, just to get to the backside ones. It's behind the tire, but it's a long process, but it's well worth it. It definitely stiffened it up. I haven't driven it since I've put those in yet, though. And just this last Friday and Saturday, I pulled the whole front clip off, pulled the motor and trans. I'm going to clean up the frame rails, everything on the engine bay. I'm going to clean up the motor too. Motor is sitting right here. Which I got a different set of valve covers to put on. And I got this Holley strip dominator, which is extremely nice. And I also got this 950 Holley HP carb. It's full mechanical, which is really nice. I can't really wait to hear the difference of how this thing runs with a better flowing carb on it. And I'll be keeping the Turbo 350 in it for now until I build my Turbo 400 and get the rear end I want to put in it. And I'm going to have a buddy help me rewire a bunch of this stuff so I don't have a bunch of excess stuff, which I've already been going through, but there's still a lot more to do. And I'm going to end up putting in my digital MSD box instead of the old one, and I'm going to end up putting it somewhere behind the glove box here underneath to help also kind of clean up the engine bay. And I'm going to end up putting a whole new front suspension on it. I already have probably half of it. I'll be getting the rest of it here soon. And it'll have all full new front suspension parts. Steering, everything else. I'm moving the battery back in the trunk. And I'm going to end up cutting the spare tire in the trunk also, so I can get rid of that. And since I've had the interior out, me and a buddy of mine have been mocking up a bunch of different ways on how to fabricate a custom seat mount and brackets, because it'll also be welded on the floor, according to NHRA rules, or at least for drag racing, part of it has to be on the subframe cross member, which it'll all be incorporated in all of this. We got a couple drawings up, and we'll probably end up start doing that this weekend. At least try and do at least the driver's side to get started. But that'll be something in itself. As you can see, I got a bunch of parts just lying around my garage. I'm going to have probably quite a bit of it blasted and gone through, and I'll end up cleaning and dressing up the motor. But big plans. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because I'm going to also try and get a fuel system in it. I'm going to swap out all the brakes and everything in it too. But there it is for now.